So just sit tight, hold on to your seats, because the hype is getting real. Oh, here we go. It's starting. Fantastic. Okay, guys, welcome back to the Masters of Arabia 3, here with DutchClass and Kongen's Guard 42. Over to the right side of the map is DutchClass, once again, playing as the Celts this time around, and over to the left side of the map, in the red, we have Kongen's Guard playing as the Goths. So like I say, probably trying to show DutchClass how it's done. Perhaps. So, a lot of people in the chat cheering for DutchClass right now, and quite rightly so. He is representing, did I say not Celts? He's playing as the Celts. I'm pretty sure I said that. Anyway, obviously DutchClass representing the ZeroEmpires stream community, putting in a good performance so far, even though sadly Kongen's Guard barely scraped himself a 2-0 victory at this point. I mean, those games were close as it gets. So yes, Celts versus Goths here, interesting. And if you guys saw that Age of Empires Academy video I did, where we watched Alexander's game versus the AI, he was playing the Celts versus the Goths. We did speak about these civilizations in a little bit of depth in that video. Thank you very much to Casbilla for subscribing 4 months in a row. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, man. Oh, I said Masters of Arabia. Alright, that's what I got wrong. It's Masters of Arena. Sorry, this is obviously not Arabia. You guys can tell that, I'm sure. I'm sure you can tell. So, we'll see what happens. The Celts here, you know, probably, you know, if I was DutchClass right now and I'm going against Kongen's Guard, I know I'm going to have a hard time. I'd go to the Castle Age as fast as possible, obviously, and then I'd make a couple of siege workshops and I'd make scorpions and nothing but scorpions. Could be interesting. Now, if you were to make mass scorpions, the Goths can counter that with knights. The Goths are, well, I guess they could do mangonels as well, but the Goths kind of, you know, they get really good knights. They get all the upgrades on their knights. They're really solid at knights. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't really think about in well, the lower level games anyway. They think, oh, Goths are an infantry civ. Clearly, the only thing that the Goths can do is spam infantry, and that's about it. That's what I better do. They actually have a really good knight rush, and they have, I think they have a pretty solid knight game. And so that's something that Kongen's Guard could do if DutchClass were to go down the route of Scorpions, which I really hope he does. I'd love to see him go for Scorpions here. Having a quick look at his map, well, I don't think it really matters, actually. We don't really need to look at the players' maps because I don't think it's really going to come into play all that much. Last time around I was saying about how DutchClass's stone was close to the walls. Same again here, but you know, I don't think he needs to rush up getting a castle. I think getting a castle will just delay the inevitable. I think he needs to just focus on getting a good fast castle time. You know, being able to do a proper, solid, fast castle and then go straight into Scorpions, which would be a lot of fun. I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day, isn't it? It's all about having a little bit of fun. And I think DutchClass probably having a great time right now. It's not very often that, you know, lower rated players get the chance to play against a top player in the game. So, DutchClass, right, I thought that was a mining camp for a second right there. That house is in the perfect place where a mining camp should go. I was thinking, you know, why is he building a mining camp at 18 population? It is a good question, and one that I do not have the answer to. But it's not a mining camp, it's a house. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why he built that there. That's a terrible position for it, because now he's blocked a really good mining camp position. He should have built it here. And then he could have mined that safely later on. He's once again going out to the front to mill the deer. Like I say, I mean, he should really be pushing that in with his scout. You see Kongen's Guard's pushed his deer in already. In fact, this is the final deer right now. So if we just have a quick look at the food graph, because I think this is going to give you a good indication of things. If we watch this food graph here, we should see Kongen's Guard take quite a bit of an advantage in theory. Obviously here he's taken boar, he's taken deer, he's got sheep, he's got all of his berries coming in. His food should really overtake DutchClass, I imagine. I might be wrong. Now, DutchClass has finished both of his boar already because he's actually put all of his villas on the boar, whereas Kongen's Guard's kind of split his villages around. But you see he's got ahead, and he should be going up to the feudal age right about now with 23 villages, which is not really standard, really, is it? I mean, a fast castle, you generally want to go up on 24, but 23 is fine. If you've got all 4 deer, 23 is fine. Now, DutchClass, his castle age timings seem to be a little slower, and that's because he seems to make a lot more villages in the Dark Age. I'm not really sure why. Not really sure why at all he does that, but he does. He should really be going up on 24 population, adding 2 more villages in once he gets to the feudal age, and then clicking to castle on 26. But DutchClass seems to be just queuing up the villas. He's got another 5 coming out right now. He's moving out to take stone as well, and I'm kind of, you know, I don't think this is a good idea. In the castle age, you know, Woad Raiders are not that great, and, you know, sure, they'll probably come out on top against Huskarls, but I think that really the Woad Raiders' strength is in the Imperial Age. In this situation, DutchClass, I don't know, a castle, I don't know. I don't think it's the right thing for him to do here, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, Kongen's guard here, it looks like he's coming forwards here. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's going to find these villagers on the deer. He could actually get a couple of pot shots in there since he's in the feudal age, and these guys don't have loom, once again. So he should be able to grab himself a villager kill if this villager doesn't go back to the TC. Now, I think, you know, Kongen's guard here, what he should do is he should attack these villagers and make them run towards the base of DutchClass. As he goes through the gate, Kongen's guard should block the gate with his scout, and he should then go forwards with a feudal aggression. I think that would be fantastic. Now, this time around, I'm not sure what he's doing. It looks like... Oh, okay. It looks like he's going to tower rush this. Interesting. Gonna actually get caught out by a wolf, but he's gonna be fine. Obviously, he's got loom, so he should be okay. No blocking of the gate, sadly, in this situation. But he is a lot faster here. He's a lot faster. So much for going up to the castle age. That's what I thought he was gonna do, but no. He's staying in the feudal age. He's throwing up a watchtower on this right side now, and I don't know if that's gonna be in range of the these villagers here. I don't think it will be, but he is throwing up another watchtower on the right hand side. So what I'm guessing he's gonna do, what I'm guessing here, is that he is gonna tower here. Obviously, he'll tower this one, and then because this tower's already up, that will basically cover the tower on the right side. So when he hops in, he'll be able to build another tower inside the walls safely, and that tower will provide cover for that. If I was Kongen's guard right now, maybe I'd send some more villagers forwards. I don't think he needs all this, but scouts coming out, and it's funny, you know, because he told me he was going to do this when we played CSGO earlier, and I was like, I didn't think he'd actually try it, but he's trying it. Now, DutchClass, I mean, he is all too aware here. He knows what's going on. He's stonewalling this, so there's certainly not going to be any tower hop coming in. DutchClass mitigating that immediately. He's got nothing to be afraid of. He didn't need to wall this here. He just needed that one in the corner. But you know, with a little bit of attack on this wall here, with the scout coming in, with the villager coming in, with 2 watchtowers, Kongen's guard will be able to lower the HP of this wall quite quickly. And if he's careful, if he pays enough attention, he might be able to stop DutchClass from being able to wall up behind it. Kongen's guard clearly then going to be denied the tower hop, but he is going to try and take that wall down as quickly as he can. Back at home, scouts coming out. He thinks it's Arabia, and the 6th scout on the way out at the moment. Now, DutchClass has clicked up to the castle age. This could be the game where he really gets an opportunity to pull this one back. In comes DutchClass with a house, and this villager, if he starts building this house and Kongen's guard doesn't realize, it's going to make it really difficult for him to get through this wall, and he's not paying attention. The villager's going to get away with it, and I think this is a huge waste and a fail for Kongen's guard here. So DutchClass, yeah, DutchClass, go DutchClass. You guys get your cheerleading on in the chat. Kongen's guard going back as he sees that house there and thinks to himself, this is probably not going to work out too well, is it? Now, you know, he could throw up some more towers around DutchClass's base. There's another one. Going to be interesting. But DutchClass, when he gets castle, he'll be able to build his castle. He should, in my opinion, stay on 1 TC. I think the best way to beat a player who's better than you is be very, very aggressive. And I think DutchClass should stay on 1 town center, make the siege workshop, make the castle. I guess in this situation now, maybe make some Woad Raiders, but definitely make the siege workshop, definitely make some rams. I think that would be a really good thing for him to do in this situation. But it's kind of ridiculous. DutchClass has the score lead. He's going to get a big score boost as well when he reaches the castle age. And like I said, I think he should probably play aggressively here. Kongen's guard, he's pretty committed to this scout thing, it seems, with 7 scouts in his stable back home and a forward stable coming up. So he's not messing around. He is serious. It's as serious as it gets. Now, if Kongen... Oh, okay, I was going to say, if DutchClass puts his castle in a good position, I don't agree with this position, he could actually really push Kongen's guard back. A better position for this castle wouldn't be here, because he's only going to be able to kill these 2 towers, and that's not really a big deal. Here would be better, because he could protect his gold. That gold's kind of forward, and that is obviously no good. So if he can protect his gold by putting the castle here, he would also be able to push down the towers as well, and stop these units from taking down his gate. And the thing is now, DutchClass is back on a clock, because he actually cannot re-wall this gate. He cannot fix this gate, because, well, the towers are going to kill his villagers as they come in. DutchClass with the university, interesting choice. I would have expected a siege workshop right here, but he is maybe seemingly taking my advice of staying on 1 TC. I guess he doesn't have the stone for a second one. He has, however, got 700 wood, so I'm not really sure what is the plan over here, but he definitely probably shouldn't be making the university right now. I think a siege workshop would have been a better choice, to be honest with you. Oh well, a couple of woadies out here, and you know, with a few woad raiders, you might be able to take these scouts down. DutchClass gonna have to get a few more than this though, as these scouts are starting to pile up outside of his walls. He should be able to see them, or he sees these guys. He sees they've got +1/+1 if he looks at their stats, and so he should be going for some defense and offense upgrades on the woad raiders. He's making his move, and he's gonna have to go back, but he's leaving the gate open. All the scouts run in, and he needs to quickly wall. He needs to wall here to here, and he needs to wall this area so that these scouts have to go through the castle. The castle will kill the scouts, so he needs to kind of, you know, leave it to the castle here and wall this north side up. He has to wall it quickly, otherwise the scouts are going to get in and go on a little bit of a rampage, which is no good for DutchClass. No good for DutchClass. DutchClass here, you know, making a few woadies still though. He's actually not really coming out on top, however. The scouts are a little too strong still, since they have really few upgrades on the woad raiders. But, like I say, he needs to wall this. He needs to force the scouts to go into his castle, and they are going to run into the castle right now, which is a good move for DutchClass, but still, too many scouts and more towers as well, so it looks like this gold is going to be in trouble as the scouts come into the north side. They're going to kill a bunch of vills right now. Oh, DutchClass, that should not be happening. This should not be happening. Villagers going down as they run towards the TC. And these scouts now can run rampage. They can take villagers down on the wood line. And DutchClass has blocked those villagers in with his houses here, so making it easier for Kongen's guard to take them down as they try and escape, but can't get out because their own buildings are in the way. It is no good. Thank you very much, Phallus. Oh god, I can never say your name. Phallisikiziv, I think. I can never say it, man. I'm so sorry. Thank you for resubscribing, though. It is much appreciated. And welcome back to the Warlord Warlords. DutchClass, in the meanwhile, building up his second TCs, moving these villagers now, and he's losing them as well. Bear in mind right now, Kongen's guard is still in the feudal age, and he's going to have to run back from this TC, but not after killing 4 or 5 vills, so he's going to be pretty happy with that. DutchClass right now, a barracks coming up, so I can only assume he's going for some scouts, not scouts, sorry, pikemen or spearmen, if he's not got the pikeman upgrade. But Kongen's guard here, it's going to be relentless pressure. Back at home, there's a lot of farms. 3 mills, a TC, 49 villagers, and I think 3 stable scout production. He's got 21 more military units than DutchClass right now. Watchtowers coming up here, and DutchClass doing the right thing by building a defensive watchtower, but these scouts can overwhelm him. They can get in there, they can do some damage, and DutchClass here doesn't even have fletching, so his TC doing reduced damage versus these scouts that have +1 defense. The watchtower here is going to be denied, it seems, and the tower from Kongen's guard will go up, making it nearly impossible for DutchClass to get his own tower up in defense right now. More woadies coming over though, but The scouts are all over him. They are attracted to DutchClass like a fly is attracted to a pile of shit. And DutchClass right now is gonna die. Basically, it's over. These vills are dead, and Kongen's Guard will, it seems, take the 3-0 victory. Poor DutchClass, his entire economy now idle. And the only thing protecting his villagers here, this castle. Like I say, he should have put the castle on the left-hand side. It really should have been over here, and that basically probably could have stopped this push entirely. DutchClass, though, I guess he doesn't want to run, doesn't want to give up yet. Doesn't want to run away from this series just yet. But the sad thing is, he's got nowhere to run to now. He can't really escape. And DutchClass, there's no way out. Kongen's Guard with a 4th stable. I don't know how many scouts he's got right now. Let's find out. He's got 30 scout cavalry pounding on the front door of DutchClass's base, and I guess, you know, he can even take this castle down, I suppose, because no murder holes, not in the feudal age. Well, I guess you could get murder holes, but he hasn't got murder holes right now, so I'm guessing this castle's gonna go down, and I think a little frustrated DutchClass right now, a little frustrated. So GG, it's over, and it's gonna be a 3-0 victory to Kongen's Guard. He says thanks for humiliating me, but I think it was entertaining nevertheless. I mean, did we really expect any other result from this set of games? I don't think we did. We all knew that it would be a 3-0 victory for Kongen's Guard in this best of 5, but DutchClass put a valiant effort. He put his best foot forward, and he did okay. I don't think he made a huge number of mistakes. It's just practice at the end of the day, and I think DutchClass potential to improve definitely, but he put up a good fight. It was certainly entertaining to watch nevertheless. So thank you guys for tuning in. Obviously we owe it to DutchClass to cast these games. Since he's been a subscriber for so long, and he's a chat mod and all that stuff. I've heard Elvianor is also in this tournament, so next week Elvianor will be playing versus Ra, and they will be doing a best of 5, so I guess I'll cast those games as well. Now if you guys are around tomorrow morning at 7